So Two Notes released an update for Genome version 1.8. In this video I'm going to go through what's new, the 4 new amps and the new pitch pog things that are new in this. Timestamps for everything below. So first up, what's new, you may ask? This is what's new. So we've got the Samhain amplifier, which is based on a Sun Model T reissue amplifier. We've got the Rampage, which is based on an Engel Savage. We have the Diabolus, which is based on a Randall Satan, the All England signature amplifier. And we have the Snakebite50, which is based on a Soldano Hot Rod 50. We also have, turn that down, a bunch of pitch stuff. We've got the Dual Octaver, which is based on a POG, basically, the micro POG. We've got Glided, and we also have Pitch Mix, which are both based on a Digitech Ricochet. And lastly, we have the Organ Donor, which is based on the POG 3, which is rather cool. So timestamps for everything below. Check it all out. Yeah, let's go from there. All right, let's talk setup. So setup-wise, I'm going to begin anyway with this guitar, which is a parts guitar I call Halberd, put together with Gary at Partscaster Concierge, who made this rather awesome walnut body for this. An aluminium neck by Robot Graves, and it's also a Robot Graves tailpiece, which is called the Third, or THRD, Tunable Harmonic Resonance Device. It's basically something you can retrofit onto any Jazzmaster style guitar or make a weird guitar like this. And you can tune the strings behind the bridge. So that's the mastery bridge there. These are the strings. And you can tune them with these little sliders. Not going to use that much today anyway. Two awesome pickups by Mr. Glenn's Pickups, which is the drag and one of his kind of Jaguar style pickups. I'm going to put up a playlist for everything about this guitar up here. This is a Submarine Sub 6 pickup, which is currently not connected. That goes via my Peters & Strobe Stomp HD tuner, which is always on my desk, into the DI input on my Audient ID44 interface, and then straight into Logic. That is basically guitar going straight into the computer. Now I'm using a DI input, but there are things like a mic input, or mic level, or line level, or instrument level. You may have a high Z or low Z, or high Z or low Z switch. If any of that stuff may sound confusing, there's a video I did up here on all the different impedances and all that sort of stuff you get with all the different inputs and how it makes it sound different. And I linked it in the description below as well. Now this is the preset I call Sunshine with 2N, and it sounds like this. So if you like that preset, you can download it at the Tone Exchange, Two Note Tone Exchange, or Two Note Exchange, I think it's called. Basically, you've got the amp on a clean channel going into a Hot Pole Ultra Beast 6x12 with cream back, so 6x12 cabinet, and the Warning 415 cabinet. Now, this is a real cabinet that they made in Greece, I think at Grindhouse Studios, and I think it's a metal aluminium cabinet with 4 15-inch Mackenzie speakers in it. Now mix-wise, I have this a little less in a mix, the other speaker a little more in a mix, and then it goes into a studio compressor and then a ping pong delay and a tetraverb. But we can turn them off for now. And I've got some other stuff in front of it. Let's just check out the amp, right? So this is a clean channel. You also have it with basic EQ and volume. You've got a dirty channel with gain, EQ, and volume. You've got a global presence control, and you've got this P amp or power amp switch where you can turn the power amp off. But doing that, you can then use the TSM power amp in here, which means you can change what tubes or valves that you're using in the power amp section. I'm just going to leave it on this. If you want me to do another video with the Samhain, let me know in the comments below. This is just a quick overview. It's going to be a long enough video as it is. So this is the clean channel, basically, right? So I'm on about 5, but you can make it cleaner. Or you can make it dirtier. liked it sort of around about 5 or just a bit before 5, like there somewhere. Just to get a little bit of that sort of power of it. Dirty channel sounds like this. So basically it starts off with that one left off, right? I had it, what, about 7 or so, around about there. So. They can push the front end with the saber boost a little bit. If you want to go totally crazy, you can add the vermin. Let's just do just the vermin and then add the saber. So that's the clean channel now with just a verse. Permanent saber. I really like that clean channel with the low tuning with the ping pong delay and a tetraverb. That sounds really like this sort of sound. Now if you add a little bit of dual octaver to it, so that's basically kind of like the POG. You've got the octave down, octave up and dry controls. So this is your normal guitar signal, and then you've got an octave down and an octave up. Up here you've got a thing where you can do some tracking, fast tracking if you want to do shreddy stuff. So it's maybe a little less accurate, but it's faster. And then you've got the accurate tracking, which gives you a much more polyphonic accurate thing. You also have the filter control, which is basically so you can filter off lows, you can filter the mids, or you can filter off highs, and this is how much of it. So for example, if we add the octave up now into it and do this. Let's turn these off. So you still have the octave up there, but it sort of filters out that high end. I think in my preset I had it sort of octave up, maybe there somewhere, and that maybe there somewhere. You can also filter out bottom end if you want. It gets a bit too muddy, or you can get rid of the mids if you want. That gets a little piercing, so I personally like a little bit of the octave up and sort of filter a little bit off the the high end off. Now that on the dirty channel. It tracks quite well. So that's a dual Octaver and the Samhain. Let's check out the next amp. So now we have Diabolus, the Ola England, based on the Ola England Randall Satan amplifier. Guitar-wise, I'm using this, which is my Carvin CT6. Carvin, now called Kiesel. This is from the days when it used to be called Carvin. I used to work for Carvin Australia. And this has got some Fishman Fluence modern pickups in it. And it's tuned to drop C tuning. Now let's check out, this is a preset I call Saint Olaf, which is available on Two Notes Exchange. And this sounds in drop C tuning like this. And I'm not a metal guy, but anyway. Let's check out the amps. Up first, we've got a passive and active input. These are active pickups, so I thought let's go into the active pickup input. We've got channel 1, which is a dirty channel, which has got basically an EQ, gain. You've got girth and grind. Now, girth, from how I understand it, it's gain, but for the bass, so low-end gain. Grind is high-end gain, and then you've got normal gain, and you've got sweep, which kind of sweeps where the EQ sits. And then you also have a boost. On here now, you have the clean channel, which is channel 2, which has got all the same stuff, gain, volume, and an EQ. And then you've got a 3-way switch, again, to change voicing of the channel. Plus you've got the depth, presence, master, and you've got, again, the power amp switch. So you can turn the power amps off, and you can use the Two Notes TSM power amp thing, so you can change the actual power amp tubes. But let's just start off with channel 1, which is the dirty channel. So without the boost, at these settings, this is what it sounds like. But let's check it out. Basically, you see, got gain. Let's set a noise gate off. You go from low gain to a lot of gain. Let's turn the noise gate back on, and then you've got, I don't know, I had it somewhere here, and then you've got girth, which gives you low end distortion. The noise gate keeps growing that. And grind gives you high-end distortion. think I had it there somewhere. If you want more, you've got boost. And you've got the sweep, which works with the EQ. I don't know, there somewhere. And if you want more, you can always add a tube screamer in front of it. And let's turn the noise gate back on. Let's check out a clean channel. It's on a green mini off. So clean channel, basically you've got a bright switch. And it's on a noise gate off again because it's very grabby. Which is quite subtle. You've got a 3 voicing switch here, again, which works, it shifts sort of where it sits. Basically, actually, best way to look at it is start off with number 3, which is, I guess, the most open, clean sound. If you want more gain, or less gain. Go to number 2, it's like a variac switch on some guitars. It sort of narrows the EQ versus 3. Sort of makes it less, and then you've got 1, which is the least. I kind of went for number 2 just because I thought. And then I added some a little bit of compression at the end. Oh, I should also mention, so I'm using 2 cabinets, the Fortin Custom USA 30 and the Lynch Citrus. I really quite like this cabinet. And I've got this cabinet a little bit more up front and the Fortin cabinet a little bit more in the back. And a tiny bit of studio compression in the end. And then I've got a delay, which is set to 1/8 notes and 1/4 notes, so it's got a sort of ping pong thing going. And a studio flanger at the end. Because why not? So this is a lovely clean sound, actually. Clean channel, let's go to the dirty channel again with the delay. And the flanger. sounds pretty cool. Now let's add in front of that the pitch mix. Now the pitch mix, you can kind of use it as a harmonizer. And it tracks pretty good. You can get, you've got accurate pitch and fast tracking. But I think the cool thing with this is if you turn the mix all the way up, so the mix basically blends the clean with the dirty signal. Actually, let's turn the green meanie off. It's too much gain. So at the moment, we're going up 7 semitones. But so I'm in drop C tuning, but I would really like to be in drop B tuning, so we can go down a semitone. Or B flat, or let's go to A. Let's be wild. Go down, well, 2 octaves is maybe much. Let's go down an octave, let's see what happens. That's maybe a bit much for it, but if you then add, you know, the, some of the clean mix in, you can have an octave down harmonizer. So you can go down 2 octaves, up 2 octaves. That's the pitch mix. Next amp. So now we're going to check out the Rampage, which is based on the Engel Savage. For this, I'm going to use this rather lovely guitar, which is my Fender Modern Jazzmaster, made in Japan, Modern Jazzmaster. I'll put links to everything below. I'll put a link up here, but you can only put a certain amount of links up here, and I'm not sure if I've used all of them already or not. So this, okay, there's a lot going on. You've got 4 channels, you've got contours, you've got pre-shapes, you've got input sensitivities, bright switches. There's a lot going on, so strap yourselves in. So basically, setup-wise, we've got this guitar going into here. We've got the amp, we've got one of the Engel 412 XXL Hydra cabinets and the Radcat 25 cabinet. Now they're slightly panned, for whatever reason I panned them and kept the level the same, and a tiny little bit of studio compression after that, and then that goes into a little bit of reverb as well, and I've got a noise gate and a boost. But let's just start off with this. Let's just look at the amp, right? So this is the preset called Displeased German. Yeah, you can get that on the 2 Notes Exchange, and this is the clean channel, which sounds like this. And there's a little bit of that studio reverb there too. I call it Gabor's reverb. But yeah. Quite a nice clean channel. So basically you've got your clean channel, you've got your crunch 1 channel, you've got your crunch 2 channel, and you've got your lead channel. Basically all the things that are lit up are the ones that are working for that particular channel. Here on this side you've got presence A and presence B and master A and master B with a depth switch. So you've got 2 master volumes like you do in most Engel amps, and 2 presence controls as well. You can also turn a power amp off again and then use a TSM power amp if you want to use different power amp tubes if you want to really get into the sound. But let's just start off now with the clean channel. So basically clean channel, you've got the input sensitivity. which are liked on. You have a bright switch, which are liked off. You've got gain, bass, and treble. Then you've got this little switch here, which switches between your low mids and high mids. You can control low mids or control high mids. I think I had high mids that I was controlling, possibly. So basically by... That sounds pretty good. You've got pre-shape. And you also have a contour, which is like a mid thing, I think, the contour. And then the presence, which works on everything. But I mean, that's a clean channel. You can push the clean channel. Or you can really clean it up. So this is where, for example, second master volume comes in handy. You can master volume it up. And when you go to crunch channels, you can go to other things. I think I had it somewhere there. Maybe down a bit. I like a little bit of, you know, edge of breakup. But I mean, that's a clean channel. You can also push it with, I've got the Saber boost, which I really like. I think that was one of the best things that they updated. Then you go to crunch, so you get the crunchy channel. Now with this, again, it sort of shares this, but it remembers. See, the settings change. It remembers the settings. So with this, you basically have your, again, you have your, I've got the bright switch on for this. You've got a pre-shape. You've got a contour. Which kind of makes it more mid-forward. And you've got the same, so you've got treble, and you can switch between your high and low mids. I think I had it there somewhere. You can push that with the Saber boost. And I put some Astro repeater there because why not? That's a pretty good crunch channel, in my opinion. But then, where do you go from there? You go to crunch 2. Now for crunch 2 and lead, you're going down to the bottom row of knobs. So you've got your gain, you've got a high gain or not high gain switch. So I'm actually using the not high gain. the contour again for the mid. That's very scooped for me. Now and then with this, you've got a normal 3-band EQ, or you've got the smooth function where it goes to a smooth tone, so it bypasses the EQ and just uses the tone. I personally prefer the EQ. But we have the contour off. So contour you can't have with the smooth control. And you've got, I mean, lots of gain. Or less gain. I kind of like it without the, like almost all the way up without the high gains. Now you can change the sensitivity. High or low input. And then you've got lead channel with all the same stuff again. Feels really nice to play. So this is what the noise gate is for. This is what the noise gate is for, and then we can add a little bit of that astral repeat. And what do you do if you want more? You click the saver booster. Next amp, up next we have the Snakebite50, which is based on a Soldano Hot Rod 50. And for this I thought, let's just use some P90s. So this is my rather lovely Gordon Smith, the Gatsby. And again, if I have enough cards, there's a video for it up here. If not, it's linked to down in the description below. Yeah, so this is a preset called Snaky Time I made. And a preset sounds like this. It's a great sort of that kind of rock sound, isn't it? So let's quickly check out the amp. So we've got the Snakebite50. It looks very Soldano with the snakeskin cover. We've got two channels. We've got the OD channel and we've got the normal channel. It always sort of blacks out, the ones that you can't use blackout. But basically you've got your preamp, your gain, you've got your EQ, you've got the volume for the overdrive channel, you've got an overall master, and you've got a presence and depth control. Like with all of these, you can turn the power amp off so that blacks those out and go into use the TSM power amp to change the power amp tubes or valves if you want to. I'm not going to do it in this because the video is long enough as it is. Yeah, so that's what the amp looks like. I've got a noise gate as well, just because, and I'm going into two cabinets. I've got the Randall Nuno Betancourt on and also 4x12, and I've got the Solo Ono Big Rock 4x12, which is based on a Soldano. Mix-wise, they're both the same. One's panned to the right, one panned to the left. So This one is panned to the left and the other one is panned a little bit more to the right. And I've got a little bit of studio compression and some studio reverb after all that. So this is again the sound. Once I turn the volume up. To me, it sounded good with everything pretty much at 12 o'clock. You can have more gain. Or you can have less gain. Let's turn the noise gate off for that. And so that's the overdrive channel too. But to me, sort of roughly there. That sounds great to me. Then we go to the normal channel. With this again, you can crunch it up a bit. Or crunch it up less. And how about we'll boost it with the Saber Boost, we'll boost the clean channel a little bit. I really like that Saber Boost. So if we're going back to the OD channel, and then let's Saber Boost. Then let's add some ping pong delay. To me, that's a great sound. I think that sounds really, really good. But without any boost, without anything, that sounds excellent. So, I mean, that's the amp really in a nutshell. The other thing is we've got glided. Now, glided is kind of the ricochet thing, Digitech ricochet thing. So it's like a whammy pedal, but instead of having the treadle to go up and down, you kind of set how long you want it to take to go from your normal sound to where you want to set it to, and how long you want it to go back, and how high you want it to go up. So I've got it set to an octave up. It takes this long to go up and this long to go down. So for example, if we turn a delay on there as well. Gotta turn it on first. Now you can make it take longer to go up and maybe really quick to go down. So you can go. So as you turn it up, it goes quicker. As you turn it on down, it goes slower. You can also change it. You can go up 2 octaves if you like. So you can do that. Or you can go down up to 2 octaves. up, and I kind of like when it's sort of a longer, slower thing. Let's turn the boost on as well. What am I doing? Let's turn the boost on as well. Go here. Now, depending on how you're using it with this as well, you've got the faster tracking or accurate pitch. To me, I'm not a super fast shreddy dude, so I always go accurate pitch. One last thing. So lastly, we have the organ donor, which is the kind of POG 3 kind of thing, polyphonic, super duper kind of thing. So setup wise, I'm using this guitar, which is Moony, another parts guitar that I put together with, isn't that a gorgeous looking top, with Warmoth guitar. So they gave me this, made this body for me, which is a Mooncaster body. This is a Hoxie chambered aluminium neck, and some awesome pickups for Mad Love pickups here in Australia, which are Travis Bean style pickups. So put a link, again, if I have enough cards, there'll be a playlist to that guitar up here. If not, it'll be in the description below. Now, this is what my preset, lots of octaves, which again is available at 2 Notes Exchange. This is what it sounds like. All right, just so you know what you're hearing. So I'm using, because I really like these amps, I'm using 2 of these amps just in a pretty much the same setting, I think, for both. I'm using, again, a 6x12 Beast cabinet on one side and the Warning 4x15 cabinet on the other side. These are now panned 100% one side, 100% the other side. So this cabinet is on the right, the other cabinet is on the left. Going into the organ donor, which then goes into studio reverb and studio delay, which again is sort of ping-ponged. So it's all about the stereo effect here as well, because you can pan stuff. So, and I put it after this because I think you can hear things, you can hear the stereo stuff better. You can put it wherever you want in a single chain. I just chose to put it after. So with the organ donor off and everything off, this is just what the amps sound like. There's a big fingerprint on here. I really like the Samhain amp, or Samhain. And I really like those 2 cabinets as well. Anyway, let's check out the organ donors. At the moment it's set to this. Okay, so basically what you have a dry signal, you have a 2 octaves down signal, 1 octave down signal, a 5th up, an octave up, and 2 octaves up that you can all blend in, right? And you can pan left and right. You also have a swell function, which is currently on. You have that filter, same as on the other ones, where you can filter off some of the top end, you can filter off the mids or the bottom end, and this is how much of it that turns it on and off, basically, down here. And you also have a chorus detune, which I think only affects those 2, because it seems to be linked to that, so it only affects the octave up and down. So if I turn all this off, right, it sounds like this. So at the moment, if I turn, let's turn all these off, right? Just so you can hear what it does. So at the moment, if we just go the 1 octave up, that should be on your left now. And then you can add the 2 octaves up, which should just be on your right. Then you can add that spread, that detune spread, which adds this kind of chorusing thing around it. We can also filter it a little bit just to get rid of some of that really shrill top end. You can really filter that if you want. Then we can add, well, I only want a little bit of this, and let's turn that down a little bit as well. A little bit of this. Let's add the dry signal in with that. So the dry signal is in the center. And then I want an octave down. And the octave down is a little bit on the right. And now if we're adding 2 octaves down, that's a little bit on the left. And then we can add the 5th to it. Again, you've got the fast tracking and the accurate pitch thing. Then you can add a swell. Now, swell basically means it's like a volume swell. And this is the sensitivity as you turn it up. You've got to pick harder. Maybe you can hear that a bit better if we go. Let's go to the dirty channel on these. So we've got the driven sound, so you can hear it a bit better maybe. So this is the sensitivity how you have to pick, so if you put it all the way down. Sort of how much of it you want. Tracks great, and then we can add a little bit of that studio reverb. And a studio delay, which is all in stereo as well. And that's the organ donor, and that's all the updates for version 1.8 of Genome. There's tons of stuff in there. If there's anything in particular you want me to go through more in depth, let me know. I personally really dig Samhain. I think they're great amps. They're probably my favorite out of the whole update. I mean, it's a great update. There's tons of great stuff. The displeased, the name's a bit dumb that I do for the presets, but what can you do? The angle is super versatile. And I think all the pitch stuff, if you're really into that sort of stuff, especially with organ donor, there's so much stuff you can do with it. Anyway, I really, really dig this update. I really, really dig Genome. I say it in every single video, but I really, really hope that they're working on it. Now, I have no idea if they are or not. I want a floor pedal version of Genome, because to me, I think that could become the single best amp emulation floor pedal ever made. I think Genome is right up there, for me personally, as one of the very, very best, if not the best, amp simulation software. You can do it standalone now as well. If they will bring out some sort of a quad cortex helix kind of box, I think this is one of the very best things you'll be able to buy. The amps are amazing. The cabinets are amazing. I think this is really, really cool. All right, like I said, if there's anything else you want to see with Genome, let me know in the comments below, or any other of the 2-note stuff, or any particular cabinets or anything like that, let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can do some more videos. Big thank you to Ross and all the amazing people at 2-Notes for letting me have early access to this. And I'm going to put up a playlist of all the 2-Note stuff here, and you should watch it and see you in the next one. Bye.